What is art to you?
I would say art is, it's just the way I live. It's my experience, not just painting, but observing, seeing, viewing the world through my eyes of, I like seeing the little things and the colors and the textures. And so it's not just painting, it's just I think the way I experience the world.
Nice. What inspires you?
I would say story, people, always. Little people, I love, that kind of draws me in and inspires me, just the innocence and all sorts of personality parts of little people that inspire me. Light, I love the effects of light and shadow. Texture, I'm noticing texture over on the buffalo, and I just love texture, and contrast in texture and edges, color, line, straight, curve. Lots of things can inspire me.
Oh, interesting. How do you find inspiration, or what do you do when you're looking for inspiration?
I observe. I look, and I want to look with gratitude, expectation, really look to see. Observing shapes, like I talked about. I have a file with my photos that's called Ideas to Paint, and I will go into that, and there's hundreds, like 3 lifetimes worth of paintings to paint in there. And so I'll go in there, and it's like beautiful, beautiful photos. I love the ideas, and then there'll be something that says, yeah, today this is a good one. This is the one that, and it'll have something to do with the light, the story, the shapes. It'll be something that grabs me.
Cool. So why did you choose oils? I'm guessing, or painting? Did you ever do anything else? Anything besides painting?
Absolutely, I did. I started like early elementary school. My mom would take me down to South Tampa, which was back then. That just felt like a very long way away, and to art classes every week, and it would be a setup of still life, and it'd be a class of elementary school kids, and we'd do charcoal and ebony pencil and do that, eye, hand skill, working, brain skills, that sort of thing. Then in high school, I added color, started going to a different class where I did pastels. So the dry pastel chalk, and a lot of portraits. I just started going toward portraits and enjoyed that. And in fact, I kept doing pastel portraits through getting married, having children, moving back to Tampa from Birmingham, and was still doing them. And then about 18, 20 years ago, I got hives. And it turned out I was allergic to blueberries and tragacanth gum, which is the binder in pastels.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Random.
So I thought this is a good time to switch to oil, which I was thinking about anyway, because I love the depth. Pastels, wonderful, but I couldn't get the depth that I wanted with that. And now I know that you can. I just wasn't doing techniques but now I'm allergic to it, so I can't. But yeah, pastel is wonderful also. But that's how I got going on it, and there's a lot more to learn. I love oils. I love the texture that you can get. I love that they don't take as long they take a long time to dry, so I can blend and fiddle and correct or scrape off and add something thicker. I'm trying to do that, so I'm on the learning. Yep.
Cool. Oh, why do you
Why
gravitate?
yeah.
Yeah, toward your subject matter.
That's a funny question, because I enjoy all different subjects.
Yeah.
I keep looking at you.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
start over.
No, I was just thinking, well, what is the subject matter? But yeah, it's
Yeah.
landscapes and portraits and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and still lifes, and I really, it's kind of, my life is just, I like so many things, and decorating, I like so many, so many, narrow it down. But I would say if there was one subject that pulled it all together, it would be light. It would be I think it's so awesome and amazing, and I kind of get thrilled when I see light on leaves and coming through leaves and the different colors that it makes. So I would say it's light. Now, as I mentioned, portraits, that's probably my strength, but it is just harder work. I mean, it's my art for me is work. It's not release like it is for some people, but it's good and right, but it's work.
Mm-hmm.
and the portraits are just like really more work, and I'm quite analytical, and so that kind of goes in toward that, doing portraits, but I've really got to work on that analytical brain when I'm doing portraits. So I'll kind of do portrait, and then I'll do a landscape, and it doesn't have to have every leaf in the right place, and
What's the next question?
Let's see. What else are you interested in, and how does art making connect with that?
If you can think of something. That's kind of a weird question, but
Oh, I did.
okay,
think of
good.
something. Okay. People.
Oh, okay.
I would love for my art to connect with people. I'd love for them to see some beauty and truth, be inspired, be moved. I'd love to, draw them, ultimately to the creator of beauty and art. That's kind of where I live, and that would be the other thing I'm interested in. Yeah.
Cool. What advice do you have for a young artist who's struggling with making work?
I've got kind of a list here.
Okay.
Walk before you run. Learn to draw accurately before starting a full color composition. I've just seen a lot of people that are you just want to, this is their goal. They want to do paintings, and they need to keep working on the eye-hand coordination and perspective and measuring, and not fun things, but getting the drawing better. And then the other stuff is it just makes that underdrawing beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop in the middle of your piece. I'm going to be talking about the middle. So the middle is that awkward, frustrating, sometimes ugly part of the process. So don't stop. Sometimes you have to set it down for a day or a month and come back to it, not to get discouraged. You can turn it upside down. You can look at it in black and white. You can take a photo and look at it, postage stamp size. Use a mirror, step back, all that kind of stuff to get a perspective from somebody else. And you can also get somebody else's perspective. If there's someone that, for that struggling person, somebody that's kind and can be encouraging, and also give important corrections, maybe just one at a time, and just to keep going. Tell yourself that you don't have to be the best, and you just have to keep learning and never stop. I don't think there's an end point in learning about art. I think you just keep learning and you're never done.
So, yeah, what do you gain from knowing other artists or being around?
connection,
Yes.
camaraderie. And I feel like artists have a different way. Not every artist, not every creative, but a lot of times there's a different way of seeing the world. And it's nice to be around like-minded people. And it's like, oh, you get me. And I definitely have that in my family and my extended family. There's lots of people that maybe don't completely get me, but you know, enough to have camaraderie. And then when there's a group like Opus, that just expands that door. And I've enjoyed, I haven't made the one-on-one in-person connections so much, but it's the Instagram and the Facebook and little encouragements that we can give back and forth. So I feel like there's still connection there. And you know, when somebody's being courageous and trying something new and I'm following them, that helps all of us.
Yeah. So, has Opus been beneficial in connecting you with other artists?
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. That's really what I was talking about when
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Opus experience as being really good. Just the variety of, again, it's like textures. The variety of styles of artists, of ages, of boy, I mean, really ages. I'm at one end, and there's some that are so young, and that's fun. And you know, I want to encourage the struggling ones and the ones that are, you know, on the path. I want to do that. Let's see, over the years, being a part of Opus has encouraged me to just do the business part that I wait to do, like title them and frame the paintings and have them ready to display, you know, that kind of a work. Think about my bio, and so that has been just good business practice that it's gotten me to do, motivated me. Also getting me out of my comfort zone, which I know is good. Uncomfortable, of course, but it's good. So
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I feel you. Well, thank you.